Hello Aries, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your general reading for the month of December 2016. So we're going to jump right in with the theme of the month, and we have the Ace of Fire. And fire cards are always one of our favorites, right, as fire signs. And the fire cards are about passion and action. And this particular fire card for us, I'm an Aries as well, so welcome to my fellow Aries, right? The fire sign, this particular Five of Fire, is really about new things opening up for us in general. And so what this tends to be about is opportunities, things sort of popping up out of the blue is what I'm seeing around this. And this can be related to career or other things in your life as well. But it's about opportunities, and it can include career advancement. So what that might mean for you is a promotion, maybe expanded responsibility, perhaps more of a management position, that type of thing. And just an opening is what I'm seeing for us for the month of December around this. And the other piece of this is about it being time for you to change what you need to change in your life right now. So we can't be dilly-dallying anymore. We need to be taking care of the things that we have been inspired to do, that we're getting those nudges and urges to do, are something that we need to get lined up and go for it. Okay, so now is the time. You cannot dawdle anymore. And here's the thing about it. You know, when I think about, there was some advice that a friend of mine gave me years ago when I was working in corporate. I was wanting to take essentially an extra week of vacation so that I could go with my mom and my mom and my dad and some others to Alabama to visit some family, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but my mom had cancer, lung cancer, and we really felt like this was going to be her last trip that she was going to take. So it was really, really important for me to spend that time with her. And as it turned out, it was the last trip that she took. She did last a little while longer, but that was the very last trip that she actually took. And so my friend of mine said to me, you know, you're never going to regret asking, right? My boss at the time, you're never going to regret asking if you can do this. I mean, the worst he can say is no, but you will regret if you don't do it, right? So, and I did. I went and asked him. I explained the situation and went and asked him, and he was actually very cool with it. I got the vacation paid, and he actually gave me that 3 weeks. I was a little bit newer employed, but he decided to give me that 3 weeks of vacation going forward. So it was well worth it, and I got to spend that time with my mom and all of that. So think about your decisions in that realm. You know, would you regret having done it? Probably not. Would you regret not having done it? Yeah, a lot of times you would have. And so take those leaps of faith this month. That's really what this is about. So let's see what else we have coming for us for this month of December. I still can hardly believe that it's already December. Like, where did this year go? Does anyone else feel like that? It's just been so fast. You know, fast and slow all at once, because the summertime kind of went slowly, but the year itself just, to me, felt like it went very, very fast. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of air cards, a couple of air cards and a water card here to balance out our fire. We've got the Knight of Air, and the air cards, of course, are all about the intellect and the head and what's going on kind of upstairs. And this is a duality card, so on the one hand about a person, on the other hand about a circumstance or an experience. So air people, and the Knight of Air in particular, air people, if you think about, you know, it's being about the intellect, they are intelligent, right? They make decisions pretty swiftly and easily. They, you know, aren't one to be flustered very much. They're can be very hard workers, that type of person where they just, they could work and work and work. And so this is someone actually that I feel like is going to be, is going to have some influence over you in relation to options that you're reviewing, okay? And so this is a pass card, which is interesting to me in light of what's been going on in my life recently. It's interesting to me because, you know, it is about carefully reviewing your options, but then, you know, creative solutions and coming up with a plan. Because us Aries, you know, although we can be, you know, sitting around thinking things for a while, that doesn't work for us for very long because we really like that action. We like to be moving forward, right? That's just part of our deal. And so, you know, when I think about this, this is about things occurring with great speed. So I feel like as the theme came through that we're going to have a number of opportunities that are going to pop up this month, which can in some instances feel overwhelming, but carefully reviewing the options and feeling what feels right to you and what lines up with your life purpose and what you really want for your life, okay? And so if you don't know what you really want for your life, that's going to be a little bit harder, obviously, to figure out. But you know, that is something that I do help my clients with, and there's lots of resources out there to help you, you know, if you aren't certain what you want, to help you figure that out, of course. But this is about sort of reviewing those options, and I do feel like, again, it's about following your heart and not what other people want or think you should do, right? It's what you want to be, do, and have in your life. That's important, and it has value. I just can't stress that enough, that the things that you want are important, because that's what you came here for. That's why you have those desires, right? And nobody else can tell you, you know, sure, they can tell you don't have that desire, but if that's something you really feel strongly about, it's important for you to follow that, okay? And then we have the Seven of Air coming through, and again, air cards are all about the head and the intellect, and this Seven of Air is, I do want to just go back a bit to the Ace of Fire. So one in Feng Shui is related to the career. If you see in the middle, the bottom line there, that is related to the career aspects, and that's where I feel like these opportunities are related more to your career, and that was what was coming up with career advancement. With the Seven of Air, that's more about the creativity, right? Creativity and children, and what's coming up around the Seven of Air card is it does feel a bit chaotic, and it feels unsettling is what I'm getting around that. So typically when this card comes up, it's like you might have to go back and look at what you had been planning and revise that, because based on what you know now, things may have shifted and changed, and what you had been planning on doing perhaps isn't the best route for you and isn't connected to your soul purpose. And you're going to feel the discord in it. If it's not connected to your soul purpose, you're going to feel the discord, and you're going to be like, oh, what is going on here? So here's an example. If things are not working out, like for instance, you have a plan to do, something, and at every turn you keep running into some sort of resistance. This doesn't work out. That contractor you were having issues with, just different things like that. It could be, anything where just like it feels rough, like it's not happening smoothly and easily. So there's a couple different things that can be going on for you around that. Number one, that might not be the path for you. That might not be your soul's path. In your head, you might think, oh yeah, this is great. This is what I need to do. I'm going to focus. I'm going to do it. And of course, Aries, we just charge ahead, right? But if that's not lined up with what your soul wants, your higher self came here to do, then you're going to bump up against those walls. And so when you bump up against a wall, the thought is, the reason you're bumping up against the wall is because they're trying to redirect you, okay? And if you don't take that redirection, you're going to keep bumping against that wall, and you're not going to get anywhere, and it's going to be really, really frustrating for you. So take that redirection. When you bump up against a wall, then take a look and be like, maybe this isn't what I'm meant to be doing. When things are easy, so I think about this car that I just was looking at today. Like, it couldn't have been any easier. I found this beautiful car. It's, you know, got a lot less miles on it than some of the other ones I was looking at. The price was really good. It's super clean, one owner, like just really, really good stuff about this used car. And everything just very smoothly happened, very smoothly and easily. Like, the person was able to meet with me right away. You know, just things just lined up. So when that happens, then you know you're on the right path. Like, this is right and true when things line up for you like that. Okay, so the other piece about Seven of Air, I'm going on quite a bit. This is going to be a long general reading, I think, for you guys. I'm going on a little bit more about that because there's more going on than you see, and you've got to feel into that. Like, if it doesn't feel right, ferret out what's going on, really. And then it can be a little bit poor timing on your part as well. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Water. The water cards are all about the depth of emotion, and this is a really, it's a card about, you know, just needing to move on. It's time. You've had this desire to move on, to do something different. It might be about moving. You know, last month we had Ace of Water come up, which is about a new home, about, you know, falling in love, that type of thing. I'm curious to see if any of you fell in love last month or have a little, you know, it can be falling in love with other things too, I feel like, as well. But this is really the search for something more meaningful. So where you're at now, you're a little bit bored. It's just not fulfilling you. And so this is a really, again, a push to move into something more for you. And it is about spiritual and emotional growth as well. Okay, so let's see what Archangel Michael has for you guys. Oh, so Michael is God is in charge. I love this because we as Aries, we just want to control everything, don't we? It's kind of a blessing and a curse. Like, we like to be in charge. We like to, you know, make things happen. We like to lead. We don't necessarily care if anyone's following us, but this card is really letting you know that really and truly you are not in charge. God is in charge, and we in our physical bodies do not know what's best for us. We think we do. Lots of times we think we do, and that's where you know, I think I'm supposed to go this way, and you're bumping up against that wall, right? But God is the one that's really in charge. God's source, whatever it is that you believe in, that higher wisdom, that higher spiritual realm there, is in charge. And really interesting about that, it is, when this card comes up, it is about surrender and letting go and letting yourself be led, because life is so much more beautiful and easy and fulfilling and fun and abundant when you allow yourself to be led, because as you do the things that your higher wisdom, your guides, your angels call upon you to do, then the things really open up and become more beautiful for you. So that's what we've got coming in there. So they're calling, Michael is wanting me to read this for you. This is the prayer around this. Dear God, please help me let go of this situation. So there's something in particular that they're talking about here. Giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love, in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. I love, love, love that. So giving it, when you give it to God and the angels, they can transform it into divine love and really shift the energy around things. Okay. This is a card that we don't always like to see, but you have created this situation, so you have the power to change it. So what this essentially means is we are co-creators. Whatever situation that you're in right now, you created that, okay? You helped create that. And I know sometimes that's hard to hear, like, oh, why would I create this cancer? Or why would I create this, like for me, my car breaking down, right? Why would I create that? Because it's a learning experience. It's about learning about yourself and doing things in a different way than you ever have done before. So because you have created the situation and because we have this co-creative power, you also have the power to change it. So that's the good news in all of this, that you have the power to change whatever it is that's happening in your life that you don't fully enjoy or fully want, okay? So you have the ability and power to change that. And then admit the truth and act accordingly. So admitting the truth to yourself and acting accordingly. So this can go hand in hand with a piece about you creating this situation. So admitting that you had a part in this, and it may be the negative thoughts that you've been having. It may be the just the actions that you've been taking, or the lack of action. Maybe you've been striving and forcing things to happen, but not following your guidance, not getting quiet enough. So own up to that. Be like, okay, yeah, I haven't been taking great care of my energetic health. And as a result, I'm not as connected to my higher wisdom, my source, God, as I would like to be. Now what? Okay, so accept that, own up to that, right? And then now what? What are you going to do about that? So then taking that action around that. Okay, so we are going to move into the Archangel Oracle cards. Oops. Angel therapy. I love this. This is Archangel Raphael. And really, Archangel Raphael just wants you to give any cares and worries to the angel. So whatever you're worried about, Aries, it's time to let go of that. Really give that up, along with surrendering, the outcome, that attachment to a specific outcome or a specific way that things have to happen to you. Surrender that, and then at the same time also surrender your cares and worries. Give those over to the angels. Let them take them and transform them to beautiful, loving light. Okay, so that it's important to let go of that as well. And then Archangel Michael wants you to remember who you are. Okay, I love this card, and you know why I love it? Because it's a reminder that you are a pure, beautiful, loving soul. You're made of love. That's who you are. And to remember who it is that you are in all of this, okay? We get so caught up in this, this body, human experience and who we are as a personality, and we forget at our soul, at our core, we are all just love. That is what we are, and we're powerful creators. So that's what we came here to do, is create, and we do that. So remembering that, and then the fact that we are just supremely loved. Like, you're surrounded. You couldn't be alone if you wanted to be. There's a whole gaggle of angels and guides there to help you. So you're never alone, and they always are just pouring love upon you. So open yourself to receive that. Like, open your pores and just let that come in. All right. And then we've got Archangel Uriel, and this is a brilliant idea. And so what Uriel is wanting to let you know is this idea that you have, or will get this month in December, is brilliant and divinely inspired. And so it's important for you to take action on that, okay? Don't set it on a shelf. Don't say, I'll get to it at some point. Do it this month, okay? Get working on it. Even if it's just one thing. What's one tiny baby step? We talk about baby steps that you can take when I do future mapping with clients. And what's one baby step that you can take today on that brilliant idea? So if you already have the idea, what's the step that you can take? If this is coming up to you later in the month, what is that first little step you can take? It can be as simple as researching something online, writing out your ideas, all kinds of different things around that. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Aries, for the month of December 2016 for your general reading. Would you like more? Because I know that I haven't covered in depth the information about your romance, romantic life, your career, your finances, or your health. Well, I have a deep dive reading that covers all of that information. You can click the link below to get a little bit more information on that, learn about that. You can buy a single reading, or you can join the membership, and there's lots of juicy bonuses and benefits to becoming a member. Number one, you get the readings right when they come out, and they're delivered to your inbox, so you don't have to go searching for them. You don't have to be having notifications on your YouTube or anything like that for them. So that's what I've got for you. Remember this month to take it easy. Relax, have fun, and enjoy your life. Much love to you, Aries.